Hey y'all, so I wanted to do a little video on this. I'm getting ready to leave here and go to work. Go home and go to work. Probably take a little bit of a nap. Get home, go to work. Um, so this here, as you see, I think it says Bible research, something like that. Let's see here. Translators to the reader. Oh, messed that up. Let me get back to it. Okay, here we go. So, I've been reading about, about 7 months ago was my last one that I read. I never understood what the word calumniated mean. I thought it meant something like collated or whatever. But I've read this one here. Let me get my little thing out here. I read that one. Oops. And whoops. Let me get it off that then. Whoops. Alright, let me just put with that all together. And I read this one, the highest personages. The highest personages have been calumniated. His Majesty's constantly notwithstanding calumniation for the survey of the English translations. The praise of the Holy Scriptures, I read that one. No, I don't think I did read that one actually. But I'm going to read the praise of the Holy Scriptures here. But I want to tell you what this word means, calumniated. So if we go to, and Google won't let you put it in there. So you got to write off. So I put in there, what is calumniation? If you put it in there, you put it calumniated. See, calumniation is the act of making false and malicious statements about someone, aiming to harm their reputation or cause them harm. It is essentially a defamatory statement, often implying a serious moral failing or crime. It is a more formal way of saying slander and defaming, and with the added implication of malice and intent to deceive. That's a lot of that going around today, y'all. A lot of calumniation. A lot of false talk against other people and trying to deceive others from seeing their viewpoints and when they're trying to speak the truth. You know, that happened a lot when Biden was in office. Sure did. So anyway, if we apply that to where I was a minute ago. Where was that a minute ago? Okay. If we apply that to this, so we see the best things have been calumniated, spoken evil of, talked bad about, made to look evil and deceptive. The best things that the translators, the readers were talking about. And these men were 54, and I think they ended up being 47 because some of them died. And we see that the work they were doing was calumniated. It was spoken of evilly. The highest personages were calumniated, spoken evil of, made to look bad. And the more you read this stuff, the translators to read it, the more you understand who was calumniated. His Majesty's constancy, notwithstanding calumniation, people speaking evil about him, trying to deceive others about him. Oh, he's trying to take over us, and he ain't gonna give us the true freedom we really deserve as British subjects. Well, I don't know if it was called British back then. For the survey of the English translations, His Majesty's constancy, notwithstanding calumniation, for the survey of the English translation. So it's really good stuff in here. And I think I read the praise of the Holy Scripture. There's a short one I was supposed to read here. I'm not sure if I read this one or not. I think I read that one. I gotta go look real quick on my YouTube channel. That way I know for sure. Let's see here. I got it on here somewhere. History. Let's see here. Okay. I think I read that. Should be about 6 months ago. Oh, 7 months ago. The last one I read, I can't remember. Oh, wow, I have to go way back. Got my videos. Got to flip through all my videos to find out, but it was about 6 months ago. If it says 7, then that's one of the first ones I read. Come on. I did a lot of them 6 months ago. I did a lot of videos. I was kicking them out, boy. I tell you what. Let's see here. It's close by. Close by. There we go. I think that's it. The praise of the Holy Scriptures. I think that's the last one I read. I think the next one would be translation necessary. Alrighty then. Yep, that's it. I think so. Methinks that's what it is. Okay. Translation necessary. Okay, so let's see it right there. But how shall men meditate in that which they cannot understand? How shall they understand that which is kept close in an unknown tongue? As it is written, except I know the power of the voice, how shall it be to him that speaketh a barbarian, and he that speaketh shall be a barbarian to me. 1 Corinthians 14. The apostle accepteth no tongue, not the Hebrew, the ancientest, nor Greek, the most copious. The most copious, you know what I mean? The most copied, most voluminous. Not Latin the finest. Nature taught a natural man to confess that all of us in those tongues which we do not understand are plainly deaf. Right? We may turn the deaf ear unto them. We may turn the deaf ear unto them. The Scythian, continued the Athenian, whom he did not understand, Barbarius. So the Roman did the Syrian, and the Jew, even Saint Jerome himself, called the Hebrew tongue Barbarius because it was strange to so many. So the Emperor of Constantinople calleth the Latin tongue Barbarius, though Pope Nicholas do storm at it. So the Jews, long before Christ, called all the other nations Lognasium, that is, which is better than, you see Nazi in that word, don't you? Which is better than Barbarius. Therefore, as one complaineth that always in the Synod of Rome there was one or the other that called for an interpreter, so lest the church be driven to like the exigent, it is necessary to have translations in a readiness. Translation is that openeth the window to let in the light, that breaketh the shell, that we may eat the kernel, that putteth aside the curtain, that we may look into the most holy place, that removeth the cover of the well, that we may come by the water, even as Jacob rolled away the stone from the mouth of the well, by which means the flocks of Laban were watered. Genesis 29:10. Indeed, without translation into the vulgar tongue, the unlearned are but like children at Jacob's well, which was deep. John 4:11. 4:11 is information, right? Without a bucket or something to draw with, or as that person mentioned by Isaiah, to whom when a sealed book was delivered with this motion, read this, I pray thee. He was fain to make this answer, I cannot, for it is sealed. Isaiah 29:11. So there we go. Got that one in. And then the next one will be translation of the Old Testament out of the Hebrew into the Greek. But the most important thing, I just want to get on here real quick to kind of give you the meaning of calumniation. That's not a word that's really used anymore. It just plainly says somebody's talking bad about you, or trying to make you look bad, and make you look like a criminal or a deceiver or what have you. To make you look bad is defamation. To defame you. There's other words for it too. The other what do you call it? Synonyms, antonyms. What do you call it? The synonyms mean the same thing. But anyway, I just wanted to share that real quick. I hope you got something out of it, and I'm gonna get on off here and get ready for work, I guess.